Well, if you're hiring someone to clean or inspect your chimney, how do you know the person showing up at your door is actually qualified to do the work? Industry experts warn that a cheap online deal can sometimes turn into a much more expensive repair bill, especially if a homeowner doesn't know what questions to ask. So today we are helping you know what to look for before you book. Joining us is chimney and fireplace expert Drew Stein, who has more than 25 years of experience in the industry. And Drew, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I want to start with the chimney scams that we are seeing. I know you and I spoke, I spoke with your team earlier, and we saw that there's like a scam going on with chimney repairs and things of that nature here in our backyards. Kind of tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. This has kind of been an ongoing thing with chimneys. You know, fireplaces and chimneys are, you don't know much about them. You know, people just realize like, hey, this thing's supposed to take smoke out of my house, and your house burning down is a real fear. So, you know, it's a very easy soft target, if you would, for a scam company where, you know, it happens particularly in our area in the Facebook groups where a random company says, hey, when somebody asks for chimney service or something, or gas fireplace service, you get this random company that pops up and says, hey, we can take care of that for you. And it's a very, you know, professional chimney inspections can range in cost significantly from one company to the next. I have a larger company, my price is a little more expensive. There are smaller companies that provide the same service for a little less money, but that bottom number is a real clear indicator of if it's a legitimate service, whereas nobody's going to be able to come to your house for $69 who is insured, who has certifications, who is qualified to do the work that we do.
Absolutely. And let's start here. If I'm looking for someone to clean my chimney or repair it, what are some of the first things I should do before making that phone call?
Sure. You should do a little research. You know, obviously, most reputable companies are going to have a website. They're going to have Google reviews. They're going to have photos of their work on their website. You know, you want to talk to your neighbors, ask people that you actually know have had the service from a company. There are also certifying agencies. So there's the National Chimney Sweep Guild. There's FIRE, which is Fire Investigation, Research, and Education. And then there's the CSIA, which is the Chimney Safety Institute of America. All those have training and certifications for our profession. The state of South Carolina doesn't have any requirement to be a chimney sweep. So you could go out tomorrow, have a business license, maybe not, and say you're a chimney sweep and go service people's fireplaces. When you're talking about containing fire, carbon monoxide, and things of that nature, you don't want somebody, no offense, but I don't want you cleaning my chimney.
Them to have me knocking on their front door.
That's right.
And so when we talk about, you know, searching for these companies, if you search in Google and you see a company pop up, like the moment you go to Google, tell our viewers how just because they're at the top of a Google search doesn't necessarily mean they are the best of the best.
That's absolutely true, and that goes for any home service business or any business you interact with in general. Whoever's at the top is going to be the person who generally paid the most for that particular lead. Oftentimes, if you go down to the map pack or the map and you see who people are close to you, obviously you're going to have your review list there. You know, I'm not saying that a company with few reviews is not a legitimate company, but you know, you're going to be able to go and read real life interaction. And generally speaking, you can tell when that's genuine or when it's just a pat on the back. You know, a lot of our reviews mention our actual technicians' names. You know, when we send somebody to a home, you don't get someone who isn't certified or licensed.
Okay. Now let's just say someone does come to your home and they do some type of inspection and they suddenly tell you they need thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. Should that be a red flag, or what should some things folks should do before agreeing to that work?
I think that when you get a proposal of merit or something that size, that you really want to make sure the pictures are of your house and you witness them do the work. Oftentimes part of the inspection process involves an internal video scan of the interior of the chimney. So a proper chimney inspection does entail putting a video camera inside of your flue. We call it chimnoscopy. But you should be able to sit there with that technician and him tell you what's going on inside of your fireplace. A detailed inspection report. My company personally uses digital reports that are they're 14 pages in length. A handwritten, jotted down, saying XYZ, your flue tile's broken, this is a serious hazard. That is often it might not be the best. My mentor and who I started with has a handwritten report. You can't fit anything else on that report when he's done. There's every little nook and cranny is filled out. But the other real thing is don't sign anything saying that you understand this is an emergency, right? We live in South Carolina. Generally speaking, it's not going to be something terrible is going to happen right now. And oftentimes when we relate to customers that, it's a code issue where codes have changed or there's damage and it has to be brought back up, it's not like the next time you use your fireplace, it's going to catch on fire. That's not anything a professional would tell you.
And I know a lot of people, they aren't thinking about chimneys right now because we are still in the smack dead of the summer. But obviously, these are some important tips and gems that folks need to know, which is why we're going to continue this conversation when we come back from a very quick break.